Hey y'all, welcome to my channel, Southern Angel Stamping. My name is Tammy, and I am a Stampin' Up demonstrator. Here is my host code for the month of October. So I'll leave that here, give you a minute to take a a snapshot of that. I'll get this up here and move that. Whoops. Move that out there. I'll just set that there for right now. And I'm going to be doing, sharing some paper pumpkin cards with you, some alternatives that I've made. Now, the paper pumpkin that we got, the last paper pumpkin we got, was to make some of the little treat boxes that look like pumpkins, different colored pumpkins, kind of like this. And some people made alternatives of like different ones of these. Now they were double-sided, so some of them actually you could have made them look like apples or strawberries even, because of like this pattern right here kind of resembled a strawberry. And then you could make them, they came with these stickers, these little sticker faces to where you could make them look like jack-o'-lanterns. I did do one right here, so you can make them look like jack-o'-lanterns. I even did the leaves with my blender brushes to make the leaves look more realistic, because they came just green like that, white on the other side, and then you had a stamp. The stamps were right here. You had a solid image, and then you had the veins. Then you had this little stamp right here that I think they used maybe once. It almost looks like some kind of bark or something. In every paper pumpkin, you always have one stamp that's just like any kind. It's just like a design that you can use for anything. You know, like almost like a mixed media design or something. You can turn it into anything you want, basically. And the stamps on it were thank you, or the words were thank you, hey there pumpkin, I pick you every time, you're a blessing, and then they have happy Halloween. Those were the stamps that you had in the kit. We'll set these all the way. And I'm trying to remember, and this was a red one underneath too on the other side of this. I think there was two different, yeah, these were two different shades of green. There was two different shades of red, and then there was a yellow on the other side of that one. So you had several different choices what you could use. And then you had these little wired curly cues. This one fell off of this one. I know some people were a little irritated with the boxes, especially getting these curly cues to stay on. They did kind of just twist on here. They weren't too hard. I mean, if I wasn't going, I'm not going to use mine for treats, so I was saying, you know, if you're not going to use them for treats, just go ahead and put a little glue, maybe hot glue or some kind of adhesive, and just that way they won't fall off, especially with these little curly things on there. And if you want some weight in them, just get some little rocks, or even some maybe some of those little marbles, you know, you can get like the little stones from Dollar Tree. You could get some of those and even put them if you want some weight, so they'll quit falling over, because they just kind of fall everywhere. You also had some stickers right here, and this was to help, and then they had a whole bunch of black left over that you could play with and do. Oh gosh, I just could have kept going forever, but that was to make the wagon. And tell you what, after I got through with everything, I went on the Facebook paper pumpkin site and I saw so much that you can do. And here I was trying to make, let's see if I can get mine. I was trying to make hay in my wagon. So, and here everything's gonna fall out. Ah! I knew it would. I have the hardest time setting this up. This little wagon. And I took some pictures. For some reason my stickers are not staying stuck. It's probably because of where I live. I live near a river, so it could be the moisture. And I think I got mine a little crooked. I'm probably going to have to try and undo it and fix it because it looks like I did a little crooked, so I'm trying to fix that. But yeah, I shredded mine with my hands, and I saw somebody else on the Facebook group. They folded it over, took their scissors and cut, and you know, didn't cut all the way through, and then put it together and ruffled it up and set it in there, and that made it look like hay, but it was still all together. I said, well, that was smart thinking. No, why didn't I think of that? You know, that makes more sense. That way it doesn't just fall out, because mine keeps falling out. Now I tried to make pumpkins. They don't really look like pumpkins though. This is a pattern from another little box, because I was using, that doesn't fit 6, you can't use that pattern. Now some people use that pattern, and I tried, but I was trying to use 6x6 paper, and that's bigger pattern. That pattern won't fit a 6x6 paper. I was trying to use some 6x6 paper from last year because I like the pad paper that we had last year, and I wanted to make pumpkins out of it. And this is what I came up with. Yes, I know they don't look like pumpkins, but I was still using them. You know, I thought hidden down in there, you know, it would just give a little something. So I just like the plaid paper we had last year. I wish they had brought it back out this year, and they didn't, and I was so upset. But, you know, that's how it goes. Because I just love that plaid. I want to decorate it too. I haven't had a chance to do a little something with it. So anyway, let's get on to the cards. I really wanted to make more cards, and I have been so busy. I didn't get as many made as I wanted. I thought I'd had a lot more cards than this made, but this is all I got. It wasn't as many as I thought. So I did make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I made 8. Oh, let me show you. I made this little guy. I made a turkey. He took me quite a while to make, but isn't he cute? Isn't he cute? Yeah, I may have to glue this part down though. Now, it shows in the, where's mine? Okay. It shows in here their little turkey. So that's where I kind of got the idea, but I made mine different. Which I had enough of the boxes, I could have done that, but I thought, let me do mine different, and I'll tell you how I did mine. But I'm having a hard time getting this to stay down. I kept bending and everything, and it stays down somewhat, but I'm thinking I may end up getting some hot glue or something. Because like I said, I'm not going to be using mine as actual treat boxes. It's just for decoration. But these would be really cute to use on your table at Thanksgiving. And it stays down long enough to put like a little treat in it. Even if you had to glue this down right here, this part right here you could open up. Just a little glue right here to hold that part down. And then you could still have this part where it open up. Just want to keep those 2 flaps down right there. But everything I used in here was from the kit. So the black eyes, I used a hole punch, and you can see where I punched out right there from the stickers. Alright, and then I used another piece of the box to make its little beak, one of the orange ones, and a little bitty piece of one of the reds for the gobble thing. Let's see. Oh, for this right here, for some of the feathers, I ended up using the tags. That's what I did different. And I hope you can see this real well. Maybe I'll zoom in some so you can see better. I know I have a really bad, it's cloudy out today, and it seems like I'm getting a really bad, I've got all my lights on, but there's, when I'm looking at now, the sun's coming out as soon as I said that. Thank you, Lord. Just seems like I've got like a glare or something. But I colored these. There were white tags. Colored them with my blends, and then I ran them through this little emboss. The embossed machine. Where's the one I used? This one here. It was the Greenery embossing folder. And this is the one I used right here. I use this one a lot. I just used this one on a different project. So that I used. And then I took a little bit of the tissue, I cut them in strips, I folded them, and this is what took the longest right here. I was trying to look like back tail feathers right here. And that's what the back looked like. And after I did that, I didn't like how they were in back here, so I had to cover it up. So I took a strip right here, and to make that look a little neater and covered up, and it just kind of made it look like even a few more feathers back there. So that's how I did that, and I think he turned out cute. I liked him. So there's my turkey, and for the cards, here's one of them. I'll just cut up one of these right here, one of these boxes, so it shows all the boxes right here. So I took one of the orange boxes and I completely cut it all up and used each one of the pieces, and I inked all the sides, and I inked up the leaves, and I got just it was just a little, I keep all my little bitty scraps. It was just a little scrap of, I think it's soft suede probably, and I inked it up a little bit. I inked everything up. This was an embossing, ran this through an embossing folder, but you know what? I think this is a retired embossing folder. But they have so many embossing folders right now to choose from that even would look better than this. And I've got to get me some new ones. I didn't realize I didn't have any new ones, and that was a retired one. But yeah, they have so many nice new ones out. So, and then I just put some of the diamond bling. What I do is I get packs of these, or they're called rhinestone jewels. Also, rhinestone basic jewels. I don't know why I said diamond, but I have one I keep as regulars. I do this with the pearls too. So you have pearls in white, and then I get pearls, another pack, and I'll color them with my blends, and that way I've got colors that I need. And then I do that with the rhinestones. These I keep for clear, and these I'll color up the blends and use them on projects. So that's how I got the colors to match. And then inside, I did stamp a pumpkin, and I think this pumpkin came from a past paper pumpkin, but this, if Friends Were Pumpkins, I Picked You, that did come from a new stamp set. Been using that a lot. We actually have a class coming up right here. It's this one right here. And you can get this as a bundle. It's Pretty Pumpkins. Yes, I've been using that a lot. Matter of fact, I made a card with that and on a video here. So I don't know if it's going to be up before this one or after it, but I showed how to make a card using that one. So we got that card there. Then I made this one. This is a shaker. Isn't that pretty? You'll see. I haven't made a shaker in forever. I wasn't sure if I'd remember how to make them, because I rarely make them. But I used to have a really hard time making these. And then Stampin' Up came out with this, and this helped me out so much. This is a foam adhesive strips, and they're tiny little strips, and they'll bend and curve and everything, and they're just the perfect size to use for shakers. So that's always helped me when I do shakers now. So the background I stamped in different colors of leaves with the stamp set. You can't see in there, but I did all different colored leaves with my inks. I think I used Bumblebee, Pumpkin Pie, let's see, what else did I use in there? Looks like I may have used Mossy Meadow, Cajun Craze, it looks like. And then I did the veining. Looks like I did the veining probably in maybe soft suede. And here I did the leaves. I used the blending brushes. I did the leaves with the blending brushes. And I did it on the white side, because if you look on the other side, it's green. And then I did the veins, I stamped out the veins. And I think I stamped it in the, maybe the soft succulent. I think that's what I did. I think that's the one that came with the kit. And I can't even remember what came with this kit. I think that's what came with the kit. Let's see if I can look back. Yeah, I think soft succulent came with this kit. And then I used that stamp set again, the Pretty Pumpkins, to do Gather Together. And a piece of one of the pumpkins, one of the red ones, to back it up, because I had fussy cut around, what's on there, around the Gather Together. Place it on here. I got adhesive or something on here, it looks like. And and I guess the most important thing I need to tell you about is how did I actually do this shaker window. So how I did this part right here is where the leaves punched out of, and I always keep stuff like that so that if I want to use it. So yeah, it was a bigger sheet, and I cut it down the middle. because some of it I had used for different stencils. One of them I did use for stencils. Some of it I cut down into smaller stencils. So there was different things I had used it for. And then this one, this is the other half of this one. So I could make another shaker out of this one if I wanted, but you can see right there. And then I just got the window sheeting and put that with it with the double side foam adhesive, and put it with my back piece, and of course put some sequins in there. Now these sequins I used is some older sequins that we don't have anymore because that was all I have, and because like I said I haven't made up one of these kind of cards in quite a long time, but we do have new sequins, so you can check that out. And if you want some sequins, oh, and these right here are on clearance right now. So if you'd like to see about getting these little wooden pieces, yeah, they're these are the In Good Taste elements. You can see where I've been using them, and I pulled them out and started using them again so that I could show y'all what they look like. They got little leaves and these little berry things. You can paint these, you can stain these, you can use your blends on them or your inks on them. You can do all kinds of things with them, or you can leave them just plain like that. I've done quite a few different things with them. But yep, they are in the clearance right now, so if you want to get those while they're in clearance, I'll suggest you get those now before they're gone, because their clearance items goes pretty fast. And then inside I did Happy Thanksgiving with a little acorn and 2 more stamps where I blended, and that's where I used, like I said, I made 2 little stencils. This was one, and then I don't know where my other one is, but I made one using the other type of stamp, and put, or other leaf, and put it down there just like that, and used my blending brushes, and then used the inside of the stamp or leaf to stamp out the veins. And this Happy Thanksgiving and the little acorn came from another stamp set. It came from Banner Year. You got Happy Thanksgiving and the little acorn, and it's got a whole bunch of other stuff. You got, isn't it little squirrel cute? You got a pumpkin here, and you got leaves. You got little holly berries. You've got things for Halloween if you want Halloween, like a bat and a spider. There's a face to put on the pumpkin if you want to do a jack-o'-lantern. You got it says Boo, Happy Fall, y'all, Happy Haunting. Then you've got things for Christmas, Be Merry, Christmas Wishes, A Treat So Sweet. You've got that on here. Then you've got You're Sweet, With a Grateful Heart. That's on here. Guess Who Loves You, To and From. So see, you've got things you can use for Valentine, XOXO. So you've got all your seasons or holidays right here in one stamp set. So real cute, and they're small too, so you can use them. You can make your own designer series paper with the little images. They're small enough to where you could even do these little images and cut them up, and probably even place them in something like this to make a little shaker. So a lot of ideas that you could use with the stamp set. Okay, so we got that one. Now got this one right here, and I made this one into a birthday card. And look, that doesn't even look like it came from this kit, does it? I know. This I punched out was using, this was a bundle. It's called Flowers of Friendship. Okay, and it comes with a punch. All right, so I used the punch to punch out from one of the red pumpkins right here. All right, I've got one of the red pumpkins I did, and I just punched out flowers, and then I did some of the larger ones and the smaller ones, and then I used, of course, the stamp that goes with it. It gave it some life, as I call it, so it didn't just look like, you know, something punched out. And I did the same thing, punched out 2 different size leaves out of one of the green pumpkins, and then stamped it out as well. And got that happy birthday, the happiest of birthdays. I got it right here from this one. And I thought that just went really well together. So, and all that's Poppy Parade I used, and then of course I used the rhinestones, just the clear rhinestones again. Oh, and this ribbon is on clearance. It's this right here, and it's called embroidered ribbon. I feel like I'm twisting my words today, but that's it right there. And yes, this is on clearance. So if you like that and want a good deal, you can get that off of the clearance. And inside I did another one of those flowers, and I put wishing you the happiest of birthdays. That's from that birthday set again. So there's that one. And this is one of my favorite right here. I don't know, there's just something about it. I really love the color with the gold and everything. It really screams fall. So I pick you every time. It's from that Pretty Pumpkins. And this is some ribbon again that's on clearance. This is the cinnamon cider. This was once in color. This was last year's. Was it last year's in color? Here it says 2020 to 2022. So yeah, last year's in color. One of last year's in color. This was real pretty. This was like the only in color ribbon I ended up getting. I don't know, it was this and Bumblebee. What was it? Cinnamon Cider, Bumblebee, Just Jade, Misty Moonlight, and Magenta. Those were the in colors from last year. And this was the only ribbon I ended up getting. But I thought these colors went real well. But yes, this is on clearance. I don't remember about the other ribbons. I can't remember if I saw them, but I know this one's on there. So if you want this, I suggest you hurry up and get it, because I know that was a big seller. And I'm surprised it was even on the clearance. I thought they completely sold out of it. So here's one of those where the leaves was punched out, and I used it on the card and then stamped right there in the middle of it. Just made a banner for this, and I did gold embossing powder here, and then just used some gold sequins. And then I didn't really stamp anything inside except for a leaf, and that's all I did. I actually kind of sponged a leaf from one of my stencils I made and then stamped. So got that one. Here's another one, and I used just some strips of this one right here, one of those, and just cut strips down, and then did my leaves, and I like to kind of curl them up just a little bit to give them life, so they're not completely flat with my fingers. Again, I just blended them. I think I used also my little sponge daubers, my little finger daubers. Yeah, these are just little sponge daubers. These are very inexpensive, and you get 5 to a pack. I know I used those a lot and just dabbed ink. So I made some leaves, different colors that way. I used the stamp from the kit, "You're a Blessing," on one of the tags. I used some of that just natural twine, and that wasn't in the kit, but you can get that if you want to get some of that. You can get that from Stampin' Up. I think they have where you can get like three different kinds now in a bundle. And then you open this one up and you have a turkey. It's a puppet. Isn't that cute? So y'all have to let me know what you think of this one. This one took quite a while. I spent a long time making this because each one of these I had to actually color, cut, fold. So yes, because this was all the tissue out of the kit, and I got my blends and I colored each piece of tissue, and then had to cut it to size, had to fold it and fit it, and then I found out this piece had a little tear in it and I had to mend it because I wasn't going to find another piece, and I think this was my last piece, and I was like, oh well, I've got to fix that. I'm not going to try to find another piece. And so yeah, I thought it turned out nice. And yep, all this was from the kit. Another little, the gobble thing was the little red one. The orange was from one of the orange ones for the beak there. The eyes again was some of the sticker paper, and then the little wings were from one of the no, the wings are from one of the leaves. I got any more of those leaves left? Okay, yes, I got one of these leaves right here, and I just cut it right down the middle and put one on each side to make the little wings. So that's how I did that, and I put Happy Thanksgiving inside. I think this was one of my favorite ones too. It definitely took me the longest. So yeah, let me know what you think of this one. Y'all have to tell me which one your favorite card is in the comments. And please share this video. It sure will help my channel to grow, and it'll help my business, so that others will see and they might want to order a kit, you know, a paper pumpkin or something. And if you're not a subscriber yet, I would love it if you would subscribe. And also, if you would please remember to give this video a thumbs up. I'd appreciate that. That definitely would help me out. So here is my next card. And I used some of those little wooden elements again, some more of the cinnamon cider. And these are just some leftover past paper pumpkin elements. These little stars, glittered stars. I thought they looked real good on this paper here. And I did this background myself with some of the blue ink. Actually, it was Pacific Point Gorgeous Grape I used. I blended that together with my these right here. I use these, and I blended those two colors together to make this background. And then, of course, I made the little pumpkin out of one of the boxes again. And then you can see I had colored this time those little wooden elements with my blends. And then there's some of the wooden element back there too. And instead of making them look like berries, I made it look like part of the stem. So I kind of like that one too. And then inside, I made this one a birthday card. Kind of like a fall birthday card. I thought that was cute. And then here's this one. I made this one a thank you card. This one was cute. I like how the lace and all looks with this one. And this is some of the, let's see, what's it called? Oh, it's just called Very Vanilla Scalloped Lace Trim. So I really like that. And then this is some of those pearls I was telling you about that I colored to match. And this is the new in color. And then there's nothing inside yet. So I like that one too. And then for the last one is another thank you card I made. And then I had these bottoms of those left over. So I just put them on a card base. Then I had some of that right there, some of the raffia left over, which came from this right here. If you can you see this up here? From one of these. So I had that where I had taken it apart, so I stuck it behind the little thank you, and then some of these little wooden pieces again I stuck on there, and I thought that turned out really nice. I just kind of slapped that together. This ribbon right here is some past pumpkin ribbon, actually, from another past fall kit from a couple of years ago, and I still have plenty of the ribbon left because they gave us so much ribbon. That's the thing about the paper pumpkin kits, they give you plenty of supplies, and I always have leftover supplies. I mean, even leftover ribbon and stuff. I still have leftover ribbon or twine from years back from these kits, and I make tons of projects with them, and I still have leftover supplies. So you never run out of supplies. So, but here's that one. And I've colored this ribbon too. I guess I didn't do it on this one, but I know there's somewhere. I don't know where it's at. I'll be showing it. It'll be coming up in another project where I colored this ribbon, and it colors up beautifully because I colored it to be a different color, and I've colored it to be darker too, so it does color up very well with the blends, I found out. So there are all of my cards, and remember, if you'd like to order from me, remember my host code is right here, and I'll be putting it up on the screen and also in the description box. So that's everything that I came up with for right now. And we do have another kit coming. It should be here shortly. The first Christmas kit's coming. And I'm excited about that. Probably be getting it probably sometime this week or next week. So y'all stay tuned and keep watching out. And I'll be showing you that, what that looks like. And if you would like to get the following kit, it's going to be like a winter kit, and there's going to be snowmen in it and all, so it's going to be really cute, you know. So if you'd like to see about, you know, joining Paper Pumpkin, this would be a good time to join it, try it out. And so just sign up through me as your demonstrator and get the Paper Pumpkin kit. And I will, you know, it's perfect for beginners. If you're not good at card making, that's what the Paper Pumpkin is designed for. And then if you do make cards, it's good for them too, because you can make other things, alternatives. You can scrapbook with it. You can use it for pocket letters, which I have something I'm going to be showing you how I've done it with pocket letter. So you can do other things besides just the cards that's in there for people who are more advanced. And then, like I said, it's made just for actually for the beginners. So, and then they also have Stampin' Up has kits too. So I did buy one, and I'll be making something, some cards with it. Stampin' Up has kits that look like this. They're all different kind of kits at different prices. This one is called Precious Parcel Kit, card kit. And so this one you don't even have to stamp to, or stamp with. You don't need a stamp or anything. You just put it together. So it's real simple. No stamping involved. So there's no block in that. But if there is stamping involved, you get a block. You get a block with every single kit with them. On Paper Pumpkin, you only get a block with your first kit, and then you have to hold on to that block. And that's how Paper Pumpkin works, because that's like a subscription thing. Stampin' Up, you get a kit whenever you want. So just think about that and see what you want to do. And you can let me know, or just go on StampinUp.com and go under Find a Demonstrator, and you go under that, and then put my name, Tammy Dameron, under Find a Demonstrator by name, and you can start shopping and get whatever you would like to get or need. And I'm here to help you at any time. So if you need any help, leave a comment or email me. And I appreciate y'all watching. So thank you very much. And y'all have a very blessed day. And I'll see you again soon in the next